Once again, you know who has been in full campaign mode the past few days, and he released a campaign ad featuring governors praising his response to the pandemic. Take a look.
What the federal government did working with states was a phenomenal accomplishment.
We got 2,000 of these field medical sites that are up, almost all operational now in the state because of his support. And those are the facts.
His team has been on it.
So conversation, commitment, promise made, promise kept.
This week, the U.S. hit 1 million confirmed cases and 30 million people are unemployed. Now, is focusing on this, great job that he thinks he did, is it going to backfire on him, Joy?
Well, I mean, is he going to talk about how slow he was in informing the public of the seriousness of the pandemic, or his failure to provide testing, calling the whole thing a hoax, blaming the media, repeatedly refusing to take any responsibility? And by the way, this other part of blaming Hunter, of talking about Hunter Biden, is not going to fly. Nobody cares about Hunter Biden, okay? Okay, Donald? People are losing their jobs. They're losing their homes. They're lining up outside of food banks. They don't care about your claims of nepotism, especially when every one of your family members, except for Barron, has a cushy White House job, okay, Donald? So forget attacking Hunter and just be prepared for Joe Biden's assault, onslaught of ads quoting you. He just has to quote you. That's all he has to do. Bigly. It'll be beautiful, Donald.
So, Megan, do you think this narrative will work for him?
There's a really beautiful art to making political ads. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the science of running for president. And I actually think this is a huge misfire with some of the ones that are coming up, because as you pointed out, Whoopi, we are at 30 million people officially on unemployment, which has officially surpassed the level it was at during the Great Depression. There's obviously, as Joy said, a lot of people in a lot of pain. We're seeing pictures of people just food banks completely overwhelmed. This is not a moment in time to be bragging where we're at. And as President Truman said, the buck does stop with the president. And I would have preferred a Ronald Reagan Morning in America, hopeful optimism, saying, look, I brought the economy back to this amazing place. I'll do it again. Unprecedented things happen in all lifetimes. This is one of these crisis moments, and I'm your leader to bring you back. But I do think his ego continues to get in the way. And any other conservative president would really highlight their conservative bona fides when it comes to the economy and fiscal conservatism and how we're going to be able to pull ourselves out of this, and really highlighting local businesses and the grit and ingenuity of the American public. But instead, he's focusing on his ego. And I think it's a huge, huge misfire, because had he come out with something that was inspirational for the American public, I think it would just have been much more effective.
Yes. He's dropping more ads apparently this weekend. And people are saying, well, Joe Biden's campaign needs to counteract that. But is that what needs to happen, Sunny?
I don't know. I don't know that Joe Biden has to do anything. I think Donald Trump is self-imploding, quite frankly. We're all living through this. He can't really rewrite history at this point, because it's not history, it's present. All of us are being impacted by this. All of us know someone that is being affected by this. All of us know someone that has either had COVID-19, has a family member who's had it, has someone who has died from it, has someone who has lost their job, has someone who has filed for unemployment. So everyone has been affected by this. We're all, filming this from home. And so I don't know that Joe Biden has to do much. Should he, issue some attack ads? I think we all know what's going on, right? I would like to hear from Joe Biden. I would like to hear from, what he plans to do for the country going forward. But Donald Trump is doing a pretty good job of ruining the country.